and it goes to an advantage to Horn. If I were the corner of Plotnykov, I'd be complaining about that, but the doctor's a doctor, and she's in charge, and the safety of the fighter is more important. But anyway, let's see if there's a sense of urgency now for Jeff Horn, because that cut is bad, and he can't take much more on top of that, or it's going to affect him for a while. He's out of business now for 6 or 7 weeks before that heals up anyway. Plotnykov knows it too.
Exactly, he's out for 3 months really before he can start sparring again, because it looks like a good cut.
Jeff does his feigning, and he gets that jab in there. That right hand lead again. Plotnykov landing more punches right now than Jeff is. Jeff a little bit tentative with that cut.
It's still getting too close there for liking.
There's a right hand on top of that cut by Plotnykov. See why Plotnykov has to win. He's a clever guy. He's a rough customer.
Rough customer. He's been here. He'll go into deep water. You know, going into the 10th round, there's nothing to him.
And he's gunslinging for that eye too.
Bro, he's been around a long time. He knows all the ins and outs of the sport. Horn's a prospect, but he hasn't had the experience in going into deep water like Plotnykov has.
There's that cut. You can see it now. Open up pretty good again. The best thing that could happen for Jeff Horn, folks, right now is if the doctor stopped the fight. They'd go to the scorecards and he'd win the fight. That's unofficially, of course, but I'd be quite confident.
Well, the blood will start streaming into Horn's eyes and make it blurry and uncomfortable. He'll get caught with shots that he's not meant to get caught with, that he doesn't usually get caught with.
That's right. It's a tough, hard round, and Jeff may be winning the round, or he may not be. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. He's taking 2 hard shots on top of that eye again. See that head all around that eye? That's by design. This guy's a crafty old pro. Plotnykov.
Yes.
Right hand again as he was pulling out to get it on top of that eye of Jeff's.
So Horn trying to counterpunch now, just trying to stay away from those clashy heads. He's trying to draw Plotnykov in and counter with his shots.
If there's any round you can give Plotnykov, that would be it.
Right.
But I don't know how the judges will see that.
Targeting it, so it's going to carry on bleeding, so it needs repairing, I'm afraid.
I just want to know, we get on points of towers, isn't it? Yeah. That's right, it's an accidental foul. Just want to be sure about that. Okay. Because, you know, we can pull that together, but I tell you what.
See, now Glenn Rushton is campaigning for them to stop the fight.
What's the decision? It's going to, he'll lose a point, and then it's going to go to the judges' scorecards. Yeah, and it should go, whatever the decision is. Yeah. So, it's an excellent clash of heads. It's an excellent clash of heads, so he loses a point, and it's going to go to the judges' scorecards. Sorry?
It sounds like Lance Revel is stopping this fight.
He said that the cut's too bad, and the doctor said it needs a stitch. Sorry? Tell who? Tell Leon. So what's happening? You're going to stop the fight. Okay.
Leon. What happens if they stop the fight is a bad cut? Yeah, go scorecard, yeah. So he loses a point. He loses a point. No? Okay, goes to the judge.
No, he doesn't lose a point.
No. It's accidental head clash.
Okay, the doctor said needs to stop, so she's advised me to stop the fight.
Oh, the doctor has advised him. Then there's no question. This fight's over. It's going to go to the scorecards, and Jeff Horn will win the fight. It'll be a technical decision, but he's going to win the fight.
Pat, the fight stopped because of the cut, and it goes to the scorecards. Okay, the fight is stopped because of the cut, and it goes to the scorecards. Okay? Yeah.
So the fight is officially stopped. The doctor said it needs to stitch.
The fight stopped because of the cut. It's now going to the judges' scorecards. Okay?
Lance Revel has come over and let us know officially the fight is stopped. It'll go to the scorecards. Unofficially, I have it scored 67-64. So we'll see how the judges saw it. Pretty confident the first 5 rounds, 6 rounds, easily went to Horn.
He's winning the fight easy. Yeah. In 3 more rounds, he's going to be easy.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I've done more than
well, I'm just talking about the next fight.
Yeah, What will happen about? What's happening is the fight stopped because of that cut that's caused for the heat clash. So it goes to the judges' scorecards now. So that's what we're waiting on.
The key factor here is that the doctor told him to stop the fight. Because in reality, Glenn Rushing was campaigning for it, but he didn't have to. He just wanted to be clear where it was. Yeah. That's what the conversation was. So everything is in order, folks. This is exactly how it should be.
Yeah. So it does it,
Again, I have it scored 67-64 with Horn winning the fight. I gave the last round to Plotnykov, not because I thought he won it, but I thought that maybe some judges might have leaned that way. Otherwise, I'd have a perfect shutout for him.
Yeah, because there was an excellent head clash inside 4 rounds that caused it, and a punch enlarged it. Yeah.
So you sort of said, okay, the cut's bad enough, you want to stop it.
Yeah, the doctor said she wants the fight stopped because the cut's too bad, need to stitch.
See, that's the key right there. The doctor said.
The doctor advised me. I mean, the corner was tossing up to let it go on, but she's well ahead on points. But I said it's up to you because, I said the doctor advised me that she wants the fight stopped, and he goes, yeah, it's not worth it. So,
the doctor gives you advice.
So I stopped it. Okay.
That was Leon Penicello from the WBO, and he wanted to make it absolutely sure that the doctor said that she wanted to stop the fight. If the corner had said stop the fight, he doesn't win the fight.
No, that's wrong.
Because that accidental foul happened in the 6th round, not before the 4th round. So this is a technical decision based on the doctor's orders to stop the fight, not Glenn Rush and say, I don't want to fight anymore. And it's good they took the time because they got it right.
They need to get it right because it's crucial for Horn's career.
He'll a lot faster.
But for a second there, it appeared that Rush said, well, he's cut bad and they wanted the fight stopped. It wasn't his decision. This is the end of the fight anyway here. There's the headbutt, clearly. There it is right there. Man, great shot by camera crew. Great job, Ricky Van Steeden and your whole staff. There's a shot right on top of the bad cut that opened it up again. And because of some of those punches in the 7th round, I gave the round to Plotnykov, but it's not going to be enough to get the job done, I don't believe. All right, we're set. The Lieutenant Dan Hennessy is set. So let's go to our ring announcer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fight stopped in the 2nd round due to a cut. We go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores the contest 68-64, Judge 2, 70-63, and Judge 3, 70-63. For your winner, by unanimous decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Jeff
Well, all three of the judges had it just about the same way Shane and I have it. And everything was in order. I followed the sequence of what happened for you so you would understand what was going on. And the final analysis is it's okay to take the time and be sure. A couple of the WBO officials, the WBA and the IBF officials had their say. They're all in agreement. But the key to the whole thing was the doctor told Lance Revel to stop the fight. That's the key. Glenn Rushton didn't have the option on whether his fighter would continue or not. That's Pat Lennon giving all the belts back to Jeff Horn. WBO Oriental, IBF Intercontinental. So let's go up to our interview now. And here is the terrific Glenn Brown's interview.
Congratulations, Jeff. You've got the belt still back on from Pat Leonard. Well done, mate. Not the best way to win the bout, though.
Thank you. No, it's a really disappointing way to win the fight. Like, I wish you could keep going. The corner's thinking about the future fights. I was in front of the scorecard, so not taking any more damage.
Let's take it through the fight there, because you started so strong, dominated the early rounds, and you seem to be confusing, Victor. Was that your game plan with your mixing up your lead punches and also your footwork? Yeah,
I had to. It's all in the footwork. It's all about controlling the gap. And with a guy with a little bit more reach than me, you have to keep feigning and keep getting in and out. And that's what I was doing. It was just that one time where he just kept on sticking his head in, and our heads clashed when we came together. It sucks, I know. Sorry to everyone in the crowd and on TV as well.
And how would you rate that head clash? As you've one of the worst ones you've had, or what? Just a normal one?
I've never had one before. This is the first one I've ever had, so hopefully it doesn't happen again.
And when it does go, what, it could just take away your vision? That's the worst thing about it?
Look, I have not even noticed it in the fight. I can feel like there's a little mark there, but I can't see it, I can't feel it. The corner it's up to them, that they can see what's going on. They said it's quite deep, and he kept on trying to niggle it as well, so they thought it was safer to stop it.
Up until then, though, you were happy with your game plan and how you were going, and a chance to dominate the fight from the get-go.
Yeah, I was confident that I was in front. I felt like I was landing the cleanest shots. He was tagging me a couple of times on the way out, but not really anything too hard. It was just glancing shots.
Well done on the win now. What's next?
I'm not sure. Maybe October in Auckland. That might be the next opponent. We're looking for another top 15 opponent. I'd like to thank a few people, if that's all right. I'd like to thank firstly my coach, Glenn Rushton. Thank you very much for your support. Ben, Adam and Stephen, my cornermen. Juco Events, of course, putting on an awesome show. My sponsors, Recon Solutions, Summer and Staff Constructions, Barrier Reef Pools Queensland, Dundee's Boxing and Fitness, and Everlast. Thanks heaps, guys, and also my sparring partners at Stretton Boxing Gym, and my beautiful wife, Jo, sitting over on the table.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Jeff the Hornet Horn.
So Jeff wins on a 7th round, technical decision. It goes to the scorecards. Look at this. It started out, and Jeff Horn totally controlling things. He had the positioning, the timing, he had the heavier punches. Started right out in round 1, and it continues here in round 2. He goes to the body. He's landing shots upstairs. Plotnykov is landing a few, but not doing any damage with anything but the head. Shane Cameron and I were very concerned about this happening in the fight, and eventually it did happen that the heads came together. Coming up after the break, our main event of the evening. Joseph Parker to the left, Bowie Tupou to the right. 2 big punches, and it's going to be a heavyweight explosion on the Burger King road to the title. Stick with us.